Curious George Builds a Home by Margret and H.A. It was a perfect day for sitting on the balcony, eating grapes, drinking juice and drawing, all at the same time. George was a good little monkey who was good at many things. He was especially good at being curious. Today, George was curious about a bird. He had seen a lot of pigeons, but none wearing an ankle tag. The pigeon had seen a lot of animals, but none drawing on a sketch pad. They spent the morning watching each other. "George, this is your best drawing yet," George's best friend, the man with the yellow hat, told him. "That tag the bird is wearing means that it is a homing pigeon. They are special birds that always return home." George looked hopeful. "Homing pigeons have special homes," the man added. "Our apartment is not a good home for a bird." George saw that what his pigeon needed most was a place to roost. A tree would be perfect. George came up with a great way to get a tree up to his apartment. He would build one. Oh, the tree George built of pipe cleaners was not strong enough for a pigeon to sit on. George thought of another idea. With clay, George could make a tree as big and thick as he wanted. But George must have used too much water because the tree made of clay did not hold its shape. George decided he needed more information to build the perfect tree. So he went to the park. He looked at the trees for a long time. He drew trees on a piece of paper. Then he began a new project. It took him a long time to build, but finally George revealed his masterpiece. It looked almost like a real tree. Baseball bats were the roots, and a coat rack was the trunk. A frayed brown rope was its bark. Toilet paper and rubber gloves hung off it like leaves. George had even added real soil. George's friend, the pigeon, hopped onto a branch. He settled in. That afternoon, the man with the yellow hat brought home a guest. It was the doorman. He had lost one of his pigeons that he kept on the roof. When they entered the apartment, they found a big mess. "George," the man with the yellow hat exclaimed, "is that a tree?" George nodded proudly. Now that he had the perfect home, the bird could live with them forever. But the doorman had missed his pigeon. When he called out, "Come, Puss," the happy bird flew right into his hands. Poor George, he waved goodbye to Compass and the doorman. Then he sat alone on the balcony. The man with the yellow hat placed a potted tree on the ground. "I bought it for the birds to sit in so you can draw them," he said, trying to cheer George up. George shook his head and pointed to his own tree. The man said, "It was a good effort, George, but birds want to sit on a real tree." But to George's delight, the birds did not agree with his friend. Not at all. The end.